toxicology. That is our unit 4. So, under this chapter, today we learn about the principle of toxicology. What are the toxic chemicals that causes disease in humans? So, here are a few basic definitions which come under the toxicology. The first is toxin. Toxin is a poisonous substances that produce naturally, and second is toxicants, that is any chemical that can injure or kill humans, animals and plants. The last one is toxicity. It describes the degree to which a substance is poisonous or can cause injury. It describes the degree means the harmful effect of that particular substances for an extended time. So that is described by the term toxicity. Now we will see what you mean by toxicology. Toxicology, it is a branch of science. It's a branch of science that deals with adverse effects of chemicals on living organisms and assess the probability of their occurrence. I'll repeat, it's a branch of science that deals with the adverse effect of chemicals on living organism, and it assesses the probability of their occurrence. And simply we can say toxicology is the study of the effect of poison in our body. So this toxicology, it involves observing and reporting symptoms, mechanisms, detection and treatment of toxic substances. So simply we can say it's a branch of science. Normally it deals with the serious effects that caused by the chemicals in our body, and it also assesses the probability of its occurrence. Okay, so this toxicology, it also involve the certain process like observing and reporting the symptoms and the mechanism detection and the treatment of what is the particular treatment for that toxic harmful effect of that toxic substances. Now we will see what is the purpose of toxicology. The fundamental purpose of toxicology is to help us avoid the chemical injury or manage accidental exposure of humans or the environment. So that is the fundamental purpose of the toxicology. So this toxicology, so this science helps us to avoid the harmful effect from the chemical substances, and also it helps to manage the accidental exposure of humans or the environment. So this toxicology screening is very important for the development of new drugs and for the extension of therapeutic potential of existing. So the toxicology is a very important in the field of pharmacology. That is, pharmacology is related to the study of new drugs. So this toxicology is very important in the field of pharmacology. So toxicology, it uses the power of science to predict what and how chemical may cause harm, and then shares that information to protect public health. So it is very important that toxicology, it helps to predict what and how the chemical is reacting in our body and what are the harmful effects that caused by that particular substances. So all such information we can gather through the toxicology. So we can share those information with the public. Now coming to our field, food toxicology. So here the toxicology is defined in the term of food. Food toxicology is the study of the nature, properties, effects and detection of toxic substances in food and their disease manifestation in humans. So it is nothing, it's a study related to the presence of chemical substances or the toxic substances which naturally present in food, and those chemicals will cause us many harmful effects in consumers. So it's the study of all those things will come under food toxicology. Now this toxicology depends on certain factors. So let's see. First is dosage. Second is duration of exposure. Then route of exposure, species, age, sex, environment. So under dosage, actually there is a acute and a chronic exposure of chemical substances can be studied under the dosage. There is a dosage response relationship that is a very another important factor which come under the toxicology. We will see it in later slide. Second is the duration of exposure. How long this toxic element is there in our body. How this chemical substance are, how long this chemical substance are exposed to the cells. Next is route of exposure. Route of exposure means how these toxic elements will enter into our body. It may through ingestion or through inhalation or through the surface skin surface. So that is the various route of exposure. Then other factors include species, age, then sex, environment. So all those factors are where this toxicology depends. Now we will see what are the principles of toxicology. So the basic principles of toxicology include, the first is toxic dose response. Actually, it is a very important part which comes under the toxicology. Actually, here the dose of poison is going to determine the degree of effect it produces. So how much quantity of the poison how much quantity of that poison is present in our body, and depending on that quantity, the effect will produced in our body. So for all other types of toxicity, knowing the dose response relationship, it is a very important thing. The dose relationship, that is a necessary part of understanding the cause and effect relationship between chemical exposure and illness. So this dose response relationship is a very important, that is to understand the cause and effect relationship between the chemical exposure and the illness. Next, second one is ADME. It is an abbreviation used in pharmacokinetics and pharmacology, where A stands for absorption, D stands for distribution, M stands for metabolism, and E stands for excretion. So that describes the disposition of a pharmaceutical compound or any other toxic compound within an organism. So ADME is a very important abbreviation normally used in the pharmacology field. So here the absorption, as I told you, like the absorption is through the route of entry, through the indigestion, through the ingestion, that is intake of food, or inhalation, or through the skin, as we discussed in the previous slide. Now the distribution. The distribution of molecule in our body is taking place by various routes, like a passive distribution, then filtration, then endocytosis. These are the various mechanisms in our body for the transport of various molecules in our various molecules in our body. So that is the second principle, ADME. Now third one is the acceptable daily intake, or ADI. That is defined as maximum amount of a chemical that can be ingested daily over a lifetime with no appreciable health risk, and it is based on the highest intake that does not give rise to observable adverse effect. So ADI is nothing, it is a maximum amount of chemical substances that is ingested daily over a lifetime. Another important thing is this intake will not cause any appreciable health risk. So that is a safe consumption. Okay, that is considered as a acceptable daily intake. That is acceptable. Okay, now so these are the main principles of toxicology. Now comes dose response relationship. As we told in the previous slide, dose response relationship, actually this graph explain you more about the dose response relationship. Dose means the quantity of the chemicals that we intake. So that dose quantity depends upon the response of the body, how the body responds. So you can see in the graph that 0 to 1, that is considered as a NOEL. NOEL means no adverse effect level, no adverse effect level. NOAEL, no adverse effect level. So that is represent the 0 to 1. Now 2 to 3 is a linear range of the response. Fourth is the maximum response. So during that time the death may occur. So this is the dose response relationship. Okay, so dose mainly it determine the biological response of the body. Now this is the exposure or the duration of cells. So if the chemical is exposed more than 24 hours, that is considered as an acute exposure. So that is considered as a usually one exposure. Now second is subacute, that is for a 1 month. If the chemical is exposure for a 1 month, mainly due to the repeated doses of that chemicals. Next is subchronic, that is duration is 1 to 3 months. That is also the repeated dose of the chemicals. The chronic exposure is considered when the exposure is more than 3 months. Okay. So this over time, the amount of chemical in the body can build up and it can redistribute and it will overwhelm the repair, and sometimes it will completely stop the mechanism of the body. So that is the duration or the exposure of the chemical in our body. So that is another principle of toxicology. So that's all about the principles of toxicology. Now we will see the second part of this chapter, the different toxins that causes disease in humans. So here is the general classification of food toxins. So the general classification include physical, chemical and microbiological. They are the different food toxins. So the physical toxins include glass, stone, metal, wood, etc. Now chemical include natural toxins, residues, pesticide, metals, toxins formed during food processing. Microbiological include pathogenic microorganisms such as bacteria, viruses, parasites, etc. Now we will see the further classification of food toxins. So the first one, the natural toxin of plant origin. So under this, again it is divided into nitrogen containing plant origin like alkaloids and glycosides, and the nitrogen free natural toxins like organic and phenolic toxins. Now second is toxins of animal origin, that plant origin and animal origin toxins, normally it causes problems such as respiratory problems, it will causes many allergic conditions will causes. So that are some common symptoms we can observe under this. Now the toxins of animal origin, the animal liver, from the animal liver, bile acid, vitamin A, that will act as a toxic substances. Then from marine animals, saxitoxin, tetrodotoxin, etc. So these are the few toxins which found in marine animals. Now third one is fungal toxins, example mycotoxins of ergotism and aflatoxins. So that will also causes many adverse health effects in a human body. Now fourth one is food toxins from industrial waste like chlorinated hydrocarbons, example polychlorinated biphenyls, and heavy metals such as lead, mercury, cadmium. So the adverse health effects are, it will definitely cause damage to the skin, respiratory system, reproductive system. Sometimes it causes cancer. It will affect our central nerve system. The accumulation of such toxins will definitely causes very serious effect to our human body. Now next is bacterial toxins, example like cholera toxins and E. coli enterotoxin. Then toxins from pesticide residue include DDT and chlorinated cyclodine insecticide. Then toxins from food additives and preservatives, for example benzoic acid. Now toxins formed during food processing, which include polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons and N-nitrosamines. So these are the further classifications of food toxins. So that's all for today class. So from this food toxicology, from we are mean to understand about the various toxic substances naturally and unnaturally present in food. So from the chapter we should understand the basic properties and the biological aspects of the injurious substances that present in food. So this toxicology also make you to familiar with the properties and mode of activities and what are the various method of analysis used for eliminating such toxins from the food. Okay.